Well, hi there, friends here at Facebook. Nice to see that you've come by. I am burnt out. I am burnt. It's too much. Yesterday, a couple of children were right in our driveway, and a girl was bullying this little bitty boy. And I said to her, "Don't bully him." And she turned to me and said, "You're not my mother. You can't talk to me, and I don't have to listen to you." Okay, this is what they're teaching in school now. So anyway, after a few minutes, I got that situation resolved. Okay, so I come inside and I'm listening to the news, and the bill to relieve the suffering of the people because the economy is shut down has been amended and appended with all kinds of pork barrel projects a la Nancy Pelosi. And everybody's outraged about it, as if that was the most unusual, surprising thing they'd ever seen. Oh, come on. What else is new? All right. Polly yesterday, and I've been putting Polly's research around, has traced connections of the people who biologically develop biological weapons, has traced that both to the deep state and to Soros and to some of the neocons. So that the whole COVID-19 thing is a gambit to wreck the elections and take down the president who's prosecuting the deep state. This is not rocket science. Okay? This is not rocket science. All right. Next. All right. Staying home for a while with your children is nice, but it's an expensive proposition in terms of not being able to work. And so not only do we have to seek help from the federal government, apply for unemployment or whatever, we also have to help each other. Duh. And so now's the time to show up for your church, to help shut-ins and help those who can't go shopping, and help. What in the world is happening for the homeless right now? Does anybody know what's happening for the homeless? All right. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. All right. And in order to know what's going on with the homeless, you sort of have to know what's going on with Department of Homeland Security and FEMA and Rex 84 and the 600 camps that are scattered across the United States. Does anybody know anything about this? It seems as if the essential information is missing, and what we get, we have to look between the lines, and what we get on the lines is foolishness and stupidity and propaganda and scandal and stuff. So like I said, I'm burned out. I'm really burned out. So for the next foreseeable few days, I'm going to go dive into my positive ideas for real reform and change. I wrote a book, Turn Back from Tyranny. And I'm going to be bringing up the strategies that are in there, which have a lot to do with perceiving and categorizing the kinds of mischief that groups are into, but we'll get into that. And then I had an epiphany yesterday. about why divide and conquer is the rule of the road now, and how it is that these gender wars have gotten so destructive. And it has to do with yin yang, okay? And I'll be talking about this. Now, yin yang, black, white, opposed, is what we are told and taught nature is about. And I would like to submit to you that nature is more androgynous than self-opposed, and that androgyny coming from both genders is the ability and the skill to utilize compromise to meet halfway. All right? So that's where this is going here. We're going to go into more positive steps that can be taken now to turn our culture and our society away from secrecy, treachery, double dealing, protection rackets, and divide and conquer, which is the official doctrine of the New World Order of communism, socialism, Islamism, Satanism, Luciferianism. All of those two-headed ego societies operate from good with evil. And I submit that evil has outgrown its boundaries and outgrown the limit of that a civil society can bear. And so we'll look at dealing with the divide and conquer implied in the yin-yang paradigm. We'll be looking at the protection rackets set up by certain political entities. We'll be looking at propaganda and simulations and hoaxes as a way of keeping us distracted and getting away from that, you know. Yes, we need to turn away from all this just pure madness, because it's so tiring. It's just so very tiring. Yeah, I've had it. I'm ready to go take a nap. So next video will be about the yin-yang paradigm of divide and conquer, which is false, which is not the way nature operates. Nature is not binary. Nature is analog. Nature is androgynous. Nature seeks compromises to create niches in which diversity is not only possible, it's desirable. There's also symbiosis. There's also lots of ways that different and diverse cultures can interact harmlessly, even though they have different sets of rules. So let's give that some thought, and Grandma's going to go take a nap. I'll see you later.